Everybody, Dustin Thompson here for one more video. Folks have been asking how different housing types come into play because different people are experiencing different effects of these energy prices here recently. For example, I've been hearing from a lot of folks living in apartments or condos or townhomes that they haven't often seen much of an increase in their energy bills. Now, usually this is because these types of housing, particularly apartments, have shared heating systems and they pay for their heating actually in their rent. So if you are not paying for your heating because you have baseboard heat that's based around hot water, usually that's included in your rent. But just keep in mind, if energy prices keep going up, rents may rise in the future. Now, apartments and townhomes are generally more energy efficient than single family homes, which means they tend to use less energy overall. Now, that said, some older apartments may still be seeing big increases in their energy bills when compared to newer apartments, again, because of efficiency and air draft and air sealing. But for all housing types, on average, the newer the home, the less energy you're going to use. In the US, a 50-year-old house will use roughly 50% more energy than a house built today, and that's actually a relatively linear statistic. For people living in single-family homes, the impact on energy costs depends on a lot of different factors. The type and age of your heating system, how well your home is insulated, and whether there are any drafts in your house all play a role, particularly in the past few months when it's been very windy and cold and cloudy. So if you're living in an older house from like the early 1900s, like I do, you probably have less insulation. In fact, my house doesn't have any insulation. And you probably have an old outdated heating system unless you've recently upgraded. Mine's still actually original to the house for the backup heat, which is oil, and that's seldom ever used because I have installed mini splits in my house in each room. Now these are based on heat pumps, and so they help keep my energy bills lower and avoid me having to use that old heating system that was actually original to the house. But these outdated heating systems can really lead to higher energy bills, even if it's a gas furnace and it's an old gas furnace. On the other hand, if you use oil heat and you haven't relied on space heaters, you might not actually have seen that much of a change in your energy bill, but you might have had to buy heating oil more than once already. Some of my neighbors in the neighborhood that also have oil heat, because all of our houses were built around the same time, have had to fill up their oil tanks several times. Due to my mini splits, I generally only fill up once every year, maybe once every 2 years. So hopefully this helps explain why some folks in different housing have experienced different impacts on their energy bills.